Why was the world's greatest painter's wardrobe so small? They only ever needed one coat. Greetings, my friends. I am Lonesome, and I'll be your guide today as we explore the art scene of the new paranormal. My friend was a struggling artist until he decided to just do sculptures. He made over 6 figures last year. Slightly unrelated, but I'd like to introduce you to my guest for today. She is a Las Vegas-based multi-disciplinary artist whose creative output includes body painting, canvas painting, and mural painting. Please welcome Robin Slonina. Robin, let's begin with a lightning round. Most watched movie.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Favorite drag performer.
Of course, Mama Ru on the set of my TV show Skin Wars. My other favorite drag queen would probably be one of my besties, Laganja Stranja. We met on the set of Skin Wars as well, and then we did a lot of social media back and forth to try to figure out a date where I could body paint her. And I've judged with her on the live runway show, Battle of the Salons, which is an awesome, really fun live competition for hair and makeup artists that I produced with Samuel Gutierrez.
Favorite weekend getaway location.
I really like to go to Mount Charleston.
Favorite Renaissance painting.
I have a real soft spot in my heart for an artist named Artemisia Gentileschi because she was one of the few women to really make a name for herself in that time against really difficult odds. She had Judith slaying Holofernes. Check it out. It's pretty amazing. It's like very dramatic, high contrast, that kind of chiaroscuro that they did like late Renaissance, early Baroque. The really dramatic like light and dark together. It really shows the drama and the violence and the strength of the women in the paintings.
Oh, I'm learning so many new things, and we haven't even started the interview yet. Robin, you grew up in Chicago and now live in Las Vegas. How does your location influence your art?
I'm really influenced by my surroundings for sure. For a long time, I spent a bunch of my art career just traveling from state to state and country to country and creating site-specific dress sculptures that were based on materials that I would find around. So, you know, when I was in England and on the fields of England, I made a dandelion dress.
Ooh.
When I was in the Netherlands, I made a lily pad dress.
Oh!
When I got to Vegas, I kind of moved away from the natural materials that I had been using while traveling. And my first dress I made in Las Vegas was a casino chip dress. So, you know, I think being back in an urban environment from so much traveling and backpacking, I sort of revisited, you know, what that means to deal with man-made materials. I did a whole fashion show at Atomic Todd Gallery here in Vegas made out of dollar store items. So yeah, definitely I'm very influenced by place, not only for materials, but for the vibe.
Oh my, you're so resourceful. That poker chip dress reminds me of a scary story. The Invisible Man, the Wolfman, and Dracula were playing poker. They tried to get the mummy to play, but he had no skin in the game. Speaking of skin, I'm a huge fan of your show, Skin Wars.
I really am honored to have had so much time with RuPaul, you know, just so much time on set, hanging out, talking. Rebecca Romaine was great. My fellow judge, Craig Tracy. The production was great. Michael Levitt Productions and Jill Goularte, who was his partner on the show. And yeah, it was just really just such a good group of people.
As a producer and judge of Skin Wars, any fun, juicy, behind-the-scenes stories?
this was all Ru. He would, whenever there was any lull in the production, we had time to kill, he would make everybody stand up and play dirty charades. I'll leave this up to all of your imaginations, but you just replace a word with a naughty word, and
I would
it was
excel
a
at that
very
game.
funny game that he's very obsessed with. So that helped us kill the time and spend a lot of time on set laughing.
During my living years, whenever my artistic girlfriend was sad, I let her draw things on my body. I gave her a shoulder to crayon. Ah, yes, those were the days. I wish I could be a body paint model again. But I can't because I'm a ghost, and any trace of my physical form is 3 cycles through in maggot fodder. I hope I was tasty, maggots. Now, I want to talk about the terrifyingly brilliant entity that is Meow Wolf. Meow Wolf is known for their out-of-this-world immersive attractions, from convergence stations to Omega Marts. But they also continually work with local artists to collaborate on community projects. Robin here is Meow Wolf's artist liaison. Tell me, Robin, what does an artist liaison actually do?
I basically came in when the exhibition was already built. So there wasn't a lot of my normal liaisoning that I would do, which is help artists through the contracting process, make sure that everything was going smooth with their installations, permits, all that kinds of things. So it was already built. So they brought me in, and now my position is the first hire in every new city of Meow Wolf, because they realized, we need that person at the beginning to be the liaison, to represent the local artists, to help curate, to bring in the local talent, to get into all the different pockets of the city and make sure, that we are looking at everybody. I feel just really supported, like everything I suggest, like, hey, let's bring the Boys and Girls Club, here, or let's have big brothers, big sisters bring their little brothers and sisters, like, let's get them all tickets. Like they always say yes, and they're really supportive. I'm trying to match up local mural painters, and I'd love to do an artist in residency program in the local library system. Yeah, there's just lots of like fun ways that I'm trying to bring Meow Wolf out into the community and bring the community into Meow Wolf.
That's so inspiring. Speaking of inspiration, could you talk about some of the horror-inspired artwork you've done?
Horror! I mean, I have, I guess a secret that is, not the most popular position in the body paint and FX community, but I don't really like horror that much. I really respect makeup and the technique, but I'm just way too much of a wimp to actually watch horror movies. Like anything with torture or anything like that, I just can't handle it. I'm too sensitive. But the makeup in FX is super fun.
What kind of makeup does a sad clown wear? Foundation.
So yeah, that's my experience with horror. It's very removed from the actual gore.
What makes you hungry, Robin? What inspires you to keep on doing what you do?
How do you stay inspired? How do you get inspired? And for me personally, that's just never been a problem. I think I'm almost having the opposite problem, where I have so many ideas that there's too many. I can't possibly execute them all in one lifetime. I end up like moving from project to project to project and have a variety of things happening at the same time that sort of, I stagger the work on them so that they all get completed eventually, but I move from one to another. And I think that keeps it interesting for me. That keeps it fun for me. I think that's part of being multidisciplinary, that I paint on canvas, I paint on bodies, I paint on walls, I make sculpture, I do installation, performance. So, all of those different inspirations, sometimes it's almost overwhelming, and I have to make sure that I stay organized and prioritize the things that I really want to do so that I have time for everything. And, if you have trouble like getting inspired, knowing what to make, I think just turn to your observation. Really expose yourself to interesting things like visual, sound, like get out into the world. And whether that means going out into nature, taking a hike, like looking closely at plants or bugs or animals, you know, and looking at the structure, looking at the colors, or whether that means going out to museums and other art shows and looking at other people's work and seeing what inspires you and what can you pull from this and that to sort of create something unique that's your own, waking up to the beauty and the interest of the world around you, and then trying to plan how you can sort of capture that and re-express it might help you find some inspiration.
Fascinating. Thank you, Robin, for shooting the sheet with me today. My friends, I must ghost you for now. Until next time, goodbye.